I must say, you know, the company Telem, even though we have all the documents in place, emotions run very high in that company. Very, very, very high. Everything is like, I don't like you, I will try to keep you down. And instead of use your intelligence, your experience towards bettering the company, it's hard to happen. It's hard to happen. We always fight to have locals in position. And today we have local in position, and instead you think the local is going to work with you, the local is working against you. We have a CEO that don't communicate.
So union doesn't have any form of communication with the CEO?
Well, the good gentleman, when you communicate with him, you need to tape him. You need to tape him because he will say one thing now, turn around and say, no, I didn't say that. And then mention that, you know, union twist his words. The good gentleman change a pension scheme without having a protocol signed with the union.
Really? So you were not involved?
We was informed that the premium will increase for the pension. So when we was informed premium will increase, at that time we were in the same discussions with the company GEBE. So we knew precisely where it was coming from. It was coming from the point of view that if you maintain retirement age 60, premium will increase because pension funds don't lose. The pension funds know that the AOV pension, old age pension, would increase from 62 to 65. So of course, they will start looking and putting their retirement age as well, minimum as 65. And if you don't want to adhere with their proposal, then your premium will increase in order for you to maintain your retirement age, 60.
So then, did they come to the union and say, look, you have an option?
They came to the union informing us that the premium would increase.
But not about the age and everything else?
No. But because we was already in the negotiation with GEBE, we took the proposal that we agree upon by GEBE and we forward it to the Telem management.
So did they accept that?
No, they didn't accept it.
The GB went what, from 60 to 62?
No, GB went to 65.
And so then 65 was something that your workers would agree with?
Nobody would agree really with 65. But there is a reason why that you have to agree with it, and I will explain. AOV had to be 65 beginning January 2019. But it didn't yet crystallize, but it will. That something is in the pipeline, is coming. If you retired before the age of the AOV pension, as an individual, you have to pay your own AOV, employer side, based on the income you're receiving. That will be now a additional burden to the individual because when you're retired, your income will drop. Majority of people have mortgages going into their pension because people take mortgages thinking that the retirement age would remain 60. So the additional AOV old age pension on top of whatever you collect from the pension funds together would bring you more or less like 80% of what you used to collect monthly. In addition to that, if the individual now, because of the financial situation, decide, okay, I need to get myself a job. And if you get yourself a job, the additional income will be taxed as an extra earning.
Which is much higher back.
So it puts you now in a position that you don't want to even go to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the only solution is to retire at the same age as the AOV old age pension mentioned.
So 65 and now, so Telem is...
Telem is 60.
Still at 60.
Still at 60. And what the CEO did is he changed the pension coverage from defined benefit to defined contribution. Defined contribution is like a savings plan that at the end they're gonna put a formula and say how much years can you buy with the amount of money that you have accumulated. But the defined benefit will tell you at the age of retirement how much your income will be. So now you have two different pension schemes. Yeah. One, you know how much you will collect at the age of retirement, and one that has to be calculated for you at the age of retirement. So here's where now we are in battle with lawyers and with the intention, because we sent a last letter stating that we need to sit down at the table and conclude this matter, and if not, then we have to go to court, and then the judge will decide the deal. So
you would like to have the similar agreement that you have with GB?
Correct, because the one from GB, we negotiate with the pension funds where the retirement age is 65, but you could retire early from 55 up. So the individual who decided, you know what, I had enough.
Exactly.
I can retire here. I believe that with what I built, I could live until I collect the balance of AOV old age pension. Because you have that group as well. So you don't tie nobody to an age that they don't want to be there.
So now with Telem, they're literally tied into that age?
We tie in at the age of 60. We tie in at the age of 60 with a bracket where a lot of financial borders could come to us in case of retiring at 60. You know, so there's where we are in the battle. And the CEO, if we learn to dialogue, because dialogue is what brings everything to table, it brings understanding. We might not agree on everything, but we should understand where each other is coming from. And there's our problem with the CEO. And well, we tried with the board, and yeah, the board is not seems to be working by making sure that, you know, there is a good working relationship towards management and union, and for the employees not to have this additional financial situation for them coming up at the age of retirement.